expect that in the normal process of good government it would happen very rarely.
I call the Honourable Marianne Street.
Thank you, Mr Chairman, and I want to thank the Minister in the Chair for his clarification of the process, because it is an unusual one, and we're grateful for that clarification. We on this side of the House absolutely understand the need and the exigencies of the events in Christchurch which have led to this process that is outlined here in Clause 5, Subclause 1 on the Supplementary Order Paper number 246. Clearly the government has been confronted with an extraordinary set of circumstances, and clearly Mother Nature has no regard for the timing and the processes of Parliament and budget appropriations. But there is one further question I would like to ask about Clause 5, Subclause 1 in the Supplementary Order Paper, Mr Chairman, and I wonder perhaps if the Minister could answer this as well. I don't wish to be pedantic, and I absolutely understand the need for additional supplementary estimates in these circumstances. So I'm not contesting that at all, but what I wonder is whether or not it is numbered correctly. And this simply goes to the haste with which we make laws and whether or not they are sufficiently scrutinised. And of course supplementary order papers don't get the chance for generally don't get the chance for any other scrutiny except on the floor of this House in the course of these kinds of committee stages. And Mr Chairman, the question is that because this first part of Supplementary Order Paper 246 seeks to omit the definition of supplementary estimates, which is on page 4 of the Appropriation Bill, I'm seeking clarification because 5 Subclause 1 already has further subclauses A, B and C, and then it goes without number into a paragraph on supplementary estimates, which this SOP is seeking to replace by the addition of a further sentence. And it's the numbering of them when we already have an A, B and C, should these not in fact be D and E in Clause 5, Subclause 1. That would make it clearer that this is still part of Clause 5, Subclause 1 in the Appropriation Bill that is under discussion at the moment. So I'm not sure if that's an error or if that is something that is obvious to everybody else, but it would seem to me that instead of being A and B as they are on the supplementary order paper, they ought to be D and E in order to fit with the bill that's currently under discussion. The Part A, as it reads on the supplementary order paper, is already in the bill, so that's not being altered at all. The words are the same, except for the addition of and then the second clause, the second part of it, which is the addition to the supplementary estimates, which is the money we want, clearly, the money that is wanted to go towards some part of the repair in Christchurch. And so I would ask the Minister if that is deliberate, or ask the officials advising the Minister if that is deliberate and accurate, or if it is simply something that has been done in haste and would result in there being Clause 5, Subclause 1, A, B and C, and then a further subclauses A and B. And I think in order to get it right, it would be good if the supplementary order paper was amended to read D and E. Having said that, I have not furnished a handwritten or a hastily scrawled amendment to the SOP because I'm seeking the Minister's advice on this matter, and if that can be aligned without further complication in these committee stages of the House, aligned with the original bill that is under discussion, then I think that would help everybody's understanding of this matter. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
The question is that the amendment to clause 5.1 set out on SOP number 246 be agreed to. Many of that opinion will please say aye. Contrary, no. The ayes have it. The question is that the amendment, the question is that clause 5.1 as amended stand par. As many of that opinion please say aye. Contrary, no. The ayes have it. Right, honourable members, we now move to the amendment to Schedule 1. So the question is that the amendment to Schedule 1 to the item relating to Vote Canterbury earthquake recovery set out on SOP number 246 stand par.